All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Los Angeles Lakers trade video. With the trade deadline approaching in the month of February, I do believe, even though the Lakers have denied these reports, I do believe that the Lakers are going to make an active push to get rid of Russell Westbrook. Now, I think Russell Westbrook is a phenomenal basketball player, but as far as his fit goes on the Los Angeles Lakers, I think it's pretty clear it's just not going to work out. I don't think it's going to work out. Now, could the Lakers make do with it? I fully anticipate it. I fully anticipate it. But since the trade deadline is so close, I feel like these trade videos are just, they're so fun to make. They're so fun to make. So before we go any further into this video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I post Lakers content, NBA content every single day. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're still like 140 subs away from 10,000. So all new subscribers, thank you guys so much. This trade is Russell Westbrook for Josh Hart and Jonas Valanciunas. Now, to make the salaries match, the Pelicans might have to throw in like Devontae Graham. They might have to throw in another player to make the contracts work. Trading away Russell Westbrook would not be that difficult if his contract wasn't so absurd. He is on one of the most player-friendly deals in the entire NBA, and as a Houston Rockets fan, I was very, very, very thankful to get a first-round draft pick and John Wall, which ended up not panning out. But at the time, I thought we got an absolute steal for trading away Russell Westbrook. Josh Hart has played with the Lakers before. He was included in that Anthony Davis trade when they initially got him. This year, I feel like he's breaking out. I feel like Josh Hart is honestly breaking out. 13 points, 7.4 rebounds, 5 assists per game, and then 1 steal. He's also throwing in 35% from downtown this season, which just so happens to be his career average. Josh Hart is a hell of a defensive player. Hell of a defensive player. And with the Lakers, they're just not the same defensive team. They're just not the same defensive team as last year. They're not the same defensive team as from 2 years ago when they won the championship. So defense is so important in today's day and age in the NBA. I feel like teams don't really realize right now that it's not all about three-point shooting anymore. Like, we are trending away from just three-point. As crazy as it may seem, with the MVP going to Nikola Jokic and the runner-up MVP going to Joel Embiid, big men have a huge role nowadays. And so Russell Westbrook can't shoot the three, can't play defense. Josh Hart can shoot the three, can play defense. So I think from that standpoint, if you're able to get the value back of Jonas Valanciunas, who, by the way, is 19 point per game player, 12 rebound per game, 2.5 assists, a block, and the craziest part is he's taking 2.5 threes per game, which is very unlike Valanciunas, and he's making them at a 44% clip. So this man, while he isn't the best on defense, that's why you have Anthony Davis, that's why you have Dwight Howard to make up for it on defense, but Valanciunas, he's only 29 years old, and he's putting up 19 points per game and 12 rebounds. So you pair that together with Josh Hart, and then you even pair that together with a Devontae Graham type player, who that might be a reach. That might be a complete reach. But someone else to fill that salary if it doesn't fully match. The thing about New Orleans right now is Zion should be coming back probably around that All-Star break. They have Brandon Ingram. They have Devontae Graham. They're too good, even without Zion Williamson, to not make the playoffs. As crazy as that may seem to a casual NBA fan watcher, the Pelicans have talent. There's a lot of talent. Josh Hart as well. There's talent over in New Orleans, and when Zion comes back, they have a legitimate. They'll have a legitimate opportunity to make the playoffs. As crazy as the year they had to start, it was horrible. They started this season horribly. They're picking it up now. But getting a guy like Russell Westbrook, it just gives them more of an edge. Gives them more of an edge. New Orleans, as they're kind of worried, I'm sure, about losing not only Brandon Ingram, but mainly Zion Williamson. There's always rumors coming out everywhere, every team, every city. But there's a lot of rumors that Zion Williamson doesn't want to be in New Orleans and that he never wanted to be in New Orleans. So if you want to help keep Zion in New Orleans as your home, You bring in an all-star, a several-time all-star, future Hall of Famer in Russell Westbrook, who still has plenty of gas left in his system. 20-point per game scorer, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. I just feel like he's better suited for a team not with that LeBron James isn't on. A team where he can really just honestly have the ball in his hands for majority of the time. And so I think when you pair it together, yes, the Pelicans are giving away some value here, but I think in order to keep Zion there, you might have to acquire a star like Russell Westbrook, because we've seen Russell Westbrook bring some of the just, maybe I don't want to be disrespectful and say some of the worst teams, but some of the more non-talented rosters, we have seen Russell Westbrook almost, it feels, single-handedly taking them to the playoffs. And so when Zion Williamson returns, they could have their own big three of Russell Westbrook, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson. And then obviously from the Lakers standpoint, the defense is so critical, man. Defense wins championships. As cliche as it is, there's a reason it's a cliche, it's true. Russell Westbrook on defense offers me nothing. And for the most part, despite the fact that he just had his first zero turnover game in several years, for the most part, he cannot make important shots, and he makes turnovers. He forces turnovers, doesn't cause them at the worst possible times. It's hard to consistently win with LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, and we all kind of had that assumption heading into the season, but there was this thought that maybe, just maybe, LeBron James is so good that even he could win with a player like Russell Westbrook, and it just is not. The defense, man, it is so bad some nights that they should be embarrassed. They probably are embarrassed, and a lot has to do with Russell Westbrook just refusing to play defense. I mean, he's never really been asked to play defense in his entire NBA career except for this season, and it's just not working out. So you get a lockdown defender and a guy who's progressing nicely on the offensive end in Josh Hart, and then you also get a guy who just offensively is a stud in Jonas Valanciunas, who also can stretch the floor, but just provide some more big man relief for Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoy it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most importantly, drop a comment down below on if you would accept this trade or if you would make some tweaks. Peace.